are in this. I'm going to go and have a look at this police station down the road, and hopefully we won't get dissed by the police. Let's see if we can find some marked cars. I think it's just round the corner down here. Only going to be a small spot. I'll have a look nonetheless. Once he's finished having a sniff. So this is it here. And there's a heck of a line up for such a small police station. I'll make a cracking photo of that. Actually quite impressive, that. I'll have a look round here. And I'm going to turn you off and get some pictures. We can't get in the yard anyway. There's one BMW in there. I don't think there's anything else around the back. So I'm going to grab some photos.
Take photographs of stations, but not particularly nice.
Oh, right, no, just a picture of the marked cars.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. My first name's Matt. I tend not to give my details just because I do a lot of like pictures of the police vehicles and stuff, and I just don't keep one going through the system, so I just don't give the details out in general. But like I say, I'm just getting some pictures of the marked cars there, that's all.
I accept that, but it obviously is security risk at police stations. We have people taking pictures. What's the hostile responses?
Hostile reconnaissance.
Terrorism reasons. So what I think probably the best way to resolve this is that I find out who you are. You say
no, it's like I said, it's definitely no hostile reconnaissance or anything. There's no need to bring that in. It's just yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So no, I'm Manchester way. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's like I said, I'd rather not give them out, that's all. It's like I say, I'm only getting some pictures of them. It's now other than that. Oh yeah. I won't get in the way of anything, yeah.
I think we will, any administrator, we'll get the same type of questioning, and we've got one place to stay.
Yeah. I'm just sort of like stopped off for a bit. I'm heading down to Lowestoft for a couple of days.
Before this even begins, you need to understand something. What starts as a calm, almost routine interaction outside a quiet police station is about to spiral into a full-blown confrontation that raises serious questions about power, rights, and how far authority can go before it crosses the line that we've got Matt, a guy who openly admits he's just there to photograph police vehicles, something he compares to plane spotting or train spotting. Harmless? Maybe. Suspicious? That depends on who you asked on the other side. We've got officers who are trained to treat anything out of the ordinary as a potential threat, especially when it involves cameras, police property, and unknown individuals. And that's where things get interesting, because what you're about to see isn't just about photography. It's about perception. What point does curiosity become suspicion, and does caution turn into overreach? And more importantly, who actually understands the law better in this moment? Because as this unfolds, you'll notice something critical. The tone shifts. Slowly at first, then all at once. A calm conversation becomes a repeated loop. A loop becomes frustration. And frustration? That's when things escalate. Stick around, because later in this video, you'll see a moment where the situation completely flips, and the single threat...
All right, yeah. All right. Right, I didn't want to point the camera at him and frighten him off. I wanted to step it up a bit first. So that's why you've been flashing all over the place. So if we get anything else and he starts pushing it anymore, we'll get him filmed. Right, there's no way on God's earth that he's going to be happy with that. And I've no doubt it's just a matter of time before someone comes out. So let's see what happens. There you go. No, I was just getting some pictures of the police cars lined up and that's all. Pardon? I was going to say I was quite surprised when I passing through and I thought it was only a small town. I seen them all, I thought, blimey, it's a bit of an eye-catching scene there, isn't it? Yeah. It must be nice.
You can already feel the tension starting to build. And it's subtle, but important. The officer isn't just asking a question, he's challenging intent. From his perspective, the logic is simple. You've got your photos, so why are you still here? But Matt's answer reveals something equally important. He's not just taking pictures. He's waiting for action. That's a completely different category. It turns this from a quick snapshot into prolonged observation, and that's exactly what raises suspicion. Now here's the interesting part. Neither side is technically wrong yet. The officer is thinking in terms of risk and unpredictability. Matt is thinking in terms of hobby and patience. But when those two mindsets collide without trust...
Yeah. All right. Well, he was all right. Yeah. All right, yeah.
Obviously, I've got no problem me taking a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
But obviously, because of like national security issues and things like that, are you alright to give me your name and your
Oh,
first
I've already
and
spoke to someone.
He said you gave him the name of Matt.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's your surname, buddy?
Oh, it's like I just explained to him, obviously taking pictures and that. I just don't want to keep going through the system, so it's
That's
like
fine.
I don't.
Obviously, you're not getting nicked. We just have to make sure that you're not a dodgy person trying to take photos of all the equipment and stuff. You know, some people might take pictures to then get other details to then potentially plan attacks and things against
Attacks?
police.
Are you recording at the moment?
I am, yeah.
That's fine. Got no issues with that. But obviously some people might do surveillance, hostile surveillance on police stations. So we just need to make sure that you're not somebody who's going to be trying to interfere with the cars, make them dangerous to drive, things like that.
You got your CCTV, haven't you?
I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But if we don't know who's on the CCTV, we can't really do anything about it, can we?
What is the reason why you're recording?
It's just, like I say, for the... Just wanted to get some pictures of everyone coming out or something.
What for?
Just like what I do, like, say for someone to do it with like aeroplanes or something like that, or you get people with them on buses and
train
stuff.
spotters, sort of.
Yeah, you know, things like that, so yeah, just...
No, I completely appreciate that, buddy. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying you are about it.
Same as like with when, say for instance, train spotting and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get terrorists, for example, it's going to be a case of not a police station, it's going to be a train station, and you get photographers all...
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, let me finish. So it's a case of there's all the photographers on the train station, and if they're going to hit anywhere, it's going to be something like that. But you know what I mean? No one says anything with regards to that. So that's going to be 100 times more likely to get struck than a police station.
I completely appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
I really do. Obviously, but for the security of the station and our colleagues who our personal cars are in the stations as well, we need to make sure people aren't taking photos of those as well to try and find out where officers live, for example. You see where I'm coming from that side?
What about, say for example, say one of your sergeant or something, say he had a Porsche 911, that's obviously, I mean, if there's a Porsche 911 parked up there, I'd take a picture of it, sort of thing. And you understand that why, though, don't you?
I do.
So you can't really say, oh, it's a personal car, you can't take a picture of it, sort of thing. It's one of them.
But obviously, like I said about hostile surveillance,
Yeah.
if someone did want to do harm to a police officer, how's the best way to find out where they live apart from doing a check on where their vehicle goes?
Well, they'd come and write it down discreetly, wouldn't they? They wouldn't sit and
Yeah.
video.
But then again, someone might, hypothetically, someone might be saying what you're saying to me now. They might be saying, oh, I'm just having a picture of the police cars. And I don't know if that is literally what they're doing, or whether they're trying to get an angle so they can get the indexes of our cars. Do you see where I'm coming from? Some people aren't going to be walking around with a little notepad and paper going, yeah. Apart from us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, it's just a bit bizarre what you say about that. I mean, I understand, yeah, fair enough, you've got the, whatever it is.
Line right there. Hopefully we won't get dished by the police. Might sound like a joke, but it actually sets the tone for everything that follows. Because it tells you this isn't Matt's first time doing something like this. He's expecting interaction, maybe even confrontation. And that raises a key question for you watching. Is this just a hobby? Or is part of the goal to provoke a reaction now? That doesn't automatically make what he's doing wrong, but it does change the dynamic. Because if you expect police to engage, you're already mentally preparing for conflict. And when you're prepared for conflict, you're far more likely to stand your ground instead of de-escalating. Keep that in mind, because that mindset is going to play a big role when things heat up later. Clip.
Right.
Unless you have a reason to, and
No, not
isn't really a reason.
You can be, you don't need to have a police reason to be here. It's, why go down that route?
This is police premises here, so we're coming out here just to nicely ask you about what you're doing and ask all the details because we don't know who you are.
I know, but in the same breath, you're like saying, basically, you're going to get thrown off the property, sort of thing.
But you're only just on our property, and
Yeah.
you're not really giving us a proper reason as to why you're here. That's all.
Right, I've told you why I'm here. I'm taking some pictures of the police car.
But if you've taken photos of the police cars and you've done it, why are you still on the grounds?
I'm waiting for one to come out. Why do you need to?
There's only one marked vehicle that probably
Yeah, but
not going to be leaving for a
might
while.
get some coming in, that's all I'm saying. It's like you say, it's busy, so there's a good chance someone's going to go out, isn't there?
Well, everything that's been made us busy has already happened, so they're just doing paperwork now. So,
So what if someone commits a crime in the next 5 minutes?
If someone, somewhere
What, in
else.
town?
Yeah, I get what you mean. If something happens somewhere else, yeah, someone will be coming out.
Well,
But
there
it
you
doesn't
go.
necessarily mean it's going to happen in the next 10 minutes, does it?
Well, I'm not wouldn't get any shots if I just took that attitude, would I? I've got loads of videos and stuff because I've persevered and waited for responding. I've got loads of them.
That's fine, but you understand what I'm saying from a security perspective, don't you?
Not really, no. It's like I say, there's no terrorism attacks on police properties.
We're not saying
Doesn't mean there couldn't be, does it?
We don't actually
Well,
know who
you
you are
wouldn't-
and what your intentions
What
are.
are you saying?
So you've come out in the morning. Why would you not say, "Oh, I'm not going out in the morning because I get struck by lightning"? It's the same thing. It's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, but you're, like we
What's
say,
your
you're
name?
not
Matt.
permitted to be on here. This premises.
I've just told you. I'm not telling you. What's your collar number?
It's 56. It's
Right.
clearly on
I've
the-
told you what. I'm not going to tell you again. I'm not telling you
Right,
details.
then please
I've
leave
been
these
nice.
police
No,
premises then.
I'm taking some
We've told
videos.
you already that you're not allowed to be on this premises.
I will take as many as I want.
You're taking videos of the vehicle. Please
Right.
take the
Do
premises.
you want me to take pictures of the other cars as well?
If you take pictures of them cars, then we will arrest you on terrorism.
Will you?
Because
Guess
as far
what?
as I'm aware,
Do you want to
I
be
don't
number
know
4? Do you want to be
exactly
number 4?
what.
Of people that I'm prosecuting, please, for terrorism? Darlington, yeah, pull that silly face, mate. Have a look on my YouTube channel. I've got
don't know-
3
I don't
ongoing
know.
cases. Try it and see
fine.
where it gets you.
But-
Are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Why didn't you tell me?
Don't
Why
have
did?
to record
Yes, you do.
Engagement for police
Go on,
pictures.
do this. Arrest me.
potentially
I'll
police
take what.
vehicles.
I'll do whatever I want. Arrest me for it and see what happens.
Just listen.
Go on.
Can you just listen?
Your career will go, and you'll get sued
Matt,
like
can
the
you
other
just
3.
listen to us, please?
Come a Norfolk Constabulary.
Can
He's
you
con-
listen to my colleagues?
You're
No,
still-
don't threaten me with,
I'm not
with
threatening
arrest. You threaten
But
me with arrest.
if you're taking pictures and potentially taking pictures of personal police cars,
Yeah.
that is a security issue.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. It's not
I don't
reasonable
know.
grounds.
I don't know.
Well, I do. I know
don't
it's not
know.
reasonable grounds.
I don't know who you are because you won't
You
tell
don't
me your
need to. You
details.
don't need to know.
I do if you're taking
No, you
pictures of
don't.
personal
No,
vehicles.
you don't.
Yes,
I'll
I do.
take pictures. No, you don't. If I want to take pictures of personal vehicles,
Not when they're on
I'll-
enclosed premises at a police station.
get a fence that you can't see through. You're not the brightest, are you? If I want to take pictures of it, I will. He's just threatened me with arrest, right?
So if you don't tell us what some
Yeah,
reason
well,
for
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You've already threatened me with arrest. You'll be getting
So there's a
investigated for that. Potential, right? Well, we'll have a look on the camera and see what it says, right?
Yeah. If I didn't
Watch
say
your step.
May, then I'm.
Watch your step, right?
What are
There you
your
go, police car's
plans?
coming out.
What are your plans with
What
this
I'm doing
video?
now, and it'd be nice if I didn't have you rabbiting in my ear while I was taking a video of it. This is what I came for. What are you
Okay.
grinning for?
Tell me I'm rabbit in your ear.
Photos themselves, but the moment they're noticed, that's when everything shifts from passive to active. Up until now, Matt is just another person with a camera. But the second an officer clocks what he's doing, it becomes an interaction, and interactions come with scrutiny. His is where a lot of these situations escalate, not because of illegal behavior, but because of asterisk interpretation. One person sees harmless documentation, the other sees potential reconnaissance, and once that lens of suspicion is applied, every action, every pause, every refusal, every explanation gets analyzed more closely. This is no longer about pictures.
It's for my YouTube channel.
Okay, what do you do on YouTube? Just like
Obviously
do you go
this.
to other police stations, or do you go to other places in general?
Trains, police, buses occasionally if it's London or something like that.
Yeah. Can you understand where my colleague was coming from?
I can understand a little bit with personal cars, yeah, and I said that I wouldn't get any of them.
But even when the gate opens, it will reveal.
You can blur it. I blur them out on my YouTube
Blur
channel.
them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, that's what I can do.
But,
Yeah.
Anyway, with relation to being on our property, Matt, just stay here for me.
Hang on, no, I don't have to.
Stop walking away from me.
Why am I being detained?
No.
Right, there you go.
Said that.
Don't tell me to keep stop walking away.
Can I speak to you though, please?
Yeah, Matt.
Since we're out
Right,
here.
mate. Are you getting told by your superiors to leave me alone before you get another court case on you? Actually, it'd be first for Norfolk.
He's just on his radio at the moment. Just give him a minute, Louis.
But finding out what the law is with regards to taking pictures of police cars,
No.
he should know that.
You're allowed to
Obviously,
take
so
photos.
Someone said fine for you to be recording.
Why didn't you know that?
From the street, he said.
Right, so what happens if I stay here and take pictures?
We asked you to leave.
Right, well, I'm not.
Sorry.
I've done nothing wrong and I don't have to.
Do you think you're allowed on this
Yes, I know I am.
Do you?
I know more about the law than you two put together.
Right,
Yes, I
okay.
do.
Have you
All
got
right.
any more experience?
Yes, I have.
Have you? What was that?
I've done it myself.
You've done
You'd be
more-
surprised how much more I've learnt myself than what you lot know.
know that it's on now, but
Well,
you've
it's
recorded
pointless
me
that,
from,
isn't it?
from the start, haven't you?
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? What's it got to do with anything?
Don't need to try and be smart though, do you?
Well, I am being smart when he's threatened me with arrest. He just told me he didn't have to tell me that his body cam was on. He does. I know more about the law than he does. I've just proved it. I've proved it over and over again.
Okay, but that's not what you're here to do though, is it? We're not here to argue.
Right,
Just
I
asking
don't
you
want to
why you're
argue.
here.
I was polite to start with.
I know, and you can still be polite now. You don't
Not when he's threatened me with arrest.
Well, you don't need to speak to my colleague, do you? You can just speak to me. If
Well,
it
then
makes
he'd
you
get
feel
lost
any
then.
better.
He's a
Because
horrid, he's a
out here-
tyrant.
No, he's out here for
He's a
officer
tyrant.
safety.
Everyone's going to see you as a tyrant as well for what you just said.
Stop being
fine.
rude.
Spoken to my sergeant.
Yeah.
He said you can record and take pictures from the street. Obviously, you can't do it on police premises. Listen before you say
Go on,
something,
go on.
unless you've got a reason to be like on police premises to like report a crime to us, for example.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you happy to do it from the other side of the wall?
Right. Tell your sergeant I'll do it from the other side of the wall like
Yep.
you told me to do it. I ain't blurring out any number plates now.
Okay.
If you want to be awkward, all your colleagues are going to be on YouTube. All your
Right.
colleagues'
We're not
cars.
being awkward at all.
Well, you are. You're making me move off here. Do you know what? Head of
That
Cambridgeshire
bit of
Constabulary.
That bit of information has come from my sergeant to
Right.
relay to yourself. But you can
Right.
do it, but if you could please do it off the premises.
Right, okay then. All the personal cars are not getting blurred out. Is your sergeant happy with that? If you'd let me get a shot for you from the grass, I would have blurred them all out from the start. Now, you've got them all published.
I
Because you're
appreciate
being
that.
awkward.
I
Because your
appreciate
sergeant's
that.
being awkward.
We appreciate that.
I
but you've
appreciate
already
that.
videoed what you
Right.
wanted to video,
No.
haven't you?
Because you were in the camera. I wanted a video of it coming out and I'd have been gone by now.
Word that changes everything. Security risk. Once that phrase enters the conversation, the entire tone shifts from casual to official. The officer brings up hostile reconnaissance, which is a serious concept tied to counterterrorism. But here's where it gets tricky. Invoking something that serious raises the stakes instantly, even if there's no direct evidence to support it in this moment. From Matt's side, you can see he's trying to stay calm and consistent. He repeats his explanation, keeps it simple, and avoids escalating. But the officer isn't satisfied, not because Matt's explanation is weak, but because it's unverifiable, and that's the core issue here. Without identification, there's no way for the officer to confirm anything. So now, we're stuck